Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overblack Gaming, and today we're taking a look at the Sims 1 Legacy Collection. So this is the Sims 1 that has been rejiggered and pokered to work on modern systems. It's not really got anything else going for it in terms of that. It's just if you want to be able to run the Sims 1 without fucking around a lot on a modern system, you can now do it. So a nice perk that you get is you don't just get the Sims, but you get all of the expansion packs. So you get Living Large, House Party, Hot Date, Vacation, Unleash, Superstar, Making Magic, all of them, which is nice. And yeah, okay, I'll tell you for why. Because like the pets one, well, I like the option to have a pet for my Sim. I don't like just the huge amount of fucking strays. Like the first thing I do whenever I've got the pet expansion running is put a sign up in my front yard, and all the little doggos and cattos can come up, read the sign, which basically tells them "fuck off," and they do so. But it's like so overdone. It's just make the pets like children. They don't pop up until you decide you want to have them. That'd be good. But the Sims 1 is obviously a favourite game of mine. I bought it when it came out 25 years ago. Fuck, I'm old. We know that. That's no news to us. But yeah, I remember it vividly because for some reason the postie couldn't get through the mailbox. So Mum took me to the post office depot that evening, and I picked it up from there and came back and then played it for the absolute rest of the evening, and far later than I should have. I did not take the next day off work, if you're curious. Not this time. But it was just something I'd never really played before. It was very new, very original. Just be able to live vicariously through this little computer bloke. It's perfect. Loved it. Obviously, going back to it now, there's a lot of quality of life stuff which is missing from it. Just little things like when it's time to go to work, you don't automatically go to work like you do in later ones. You actually have to click on the car that's taking you to work and select go to work. There are no days off. You work every day, and you do build up days that you can take off, but you have to go every day otherwise. Otherwise you risk performance loss and firing. So yeah, there's that. It doesn't really allow you a whole lot of time to get your socials in order. It's trickier, a bit of a balancing act than the later ones are by a long shot. Also, it's got the same options menu the original had, so you don't have a ton in there. You can't change resolution, you can't you just have basically 3 graphical settings and that you can click. I mean, what it does do is it basically sizes itself to your desktop. Now, there have been some issues with this. I don't know if they're a thing because I got lucky, basically. So if you're playing at 1080p, so your monitor is a 1080p monitor, you were experiencing a bug where you couldn't zoom in all the way. It'd be like the last zoom level would be missing. If you're playing at 4K, then the performance goes out the window. It becomes very stuttery. This is from earlier reports, so I don't know if that's still a thing. They are continually patching it. There's a lot of patches coming out for it, usually quite small, because the game obviously is very small in and of itself. In fact, I had one just now when I turned on to record, so there you go. They are working on it to get it better. I didn't notice crashing. A lot of people complain that it crashes quite often. I've been lucky enough to not have that. What I have had, though, is a couple of bits. So when I start the game, it black screens, and I need to Alt-Tab out and Alt-Tab back in. It takes a few seconds, and then the map screen comes up. Which, I don't know, that sounds like something to do with maybe the loading screen or the opening intro or whatever. Because it just bangs you straight into the map screen after that. There's no sort of cutscene or anything to get you hyped for the game. It's like, here's a map. Here you go. Play, idiot. So I don't know about that. Some of the pathfinding was very off initially, but it seems to have gotten better. So I imagine one of the patches has dealt with that. So if I was picking up, say, a newspaper outside of my door, and I'm literally like the trash can is the other side of the path. He'll walk up the path like there's a wall in the middle of it and come around the other side and put it in the trash can. But as I said, that hasn't happened in a while, so hopefully they've fixed that. Otherwise, I'm enjoying it. I am a sucker for The Sims. Apparently, I haven't tried it yet, but apparently Sims 1 mods will work on this, which is another nice thing. It was never my favourite because, as I say, there's a lot of quality of life stuff that the later ones have that this hasn't, and you come back to it and you're like, oh, well, yeah, okay, I forgot that it doesn't have this. Like when you go to cook, the options for what you can cook are very limited. Like you have like a quick meal and a snack and a full meal, basically. And you don't get to pick where he cooks it either. So sometimes he'll do it in the microwave, sometimes he'll do it on the stove, you know, stuff like that. That just, you're like, oh man, I forgot. And turning aging off, there's no option in-game to turn it off. You have to go into the command line, not the command line, but, you know, the developer box, Control-Shift-C off the top of my head, and just type in aging off, and that would do it there. Because like, I hate the fact that they age like from adult to old man in like 30 days. It's like nuts. I'm like, I know I want to be good, great at everything and have lots of women. Thank you. And 30 days is just not enough time to do that. So, you know what I mean? I want like a Super Sim where he's like, I've had you, I don't want you. Ugh. That kind of thing, you know? But it's pretty good. Now, it is $17.99 on Steam, I believe. I will just double check that for you because I don't want to say up the squanny. Yep, $17.99 on Steam. Is available on the Epic Store and EA Play as well. Given the fact that I haven't had any crashes, I haven't even thought about refunding it. But I mean, if you pick it up and you get a lot of crashes, you might want to refund it, whereas as Steam might be the better choice to get it because of their extremely good refund policy. You can also get the Sims 2 Legacy Collection, which I may do a video on. That is $24.99. Or you can get the Sims 25th Birthday Bundle, which is $34.99. So you're saving a bit of money if you get them both. It also includes, for some reason, The Sims 4, but from what I'm seeing on the Sims search on Steam, Sims 4 is now free. So there you go. If you haven't played Sims 4 and you want to play Sims 4, you can now play Sims 4. Hopefully they will do something similar with The Sims 3, because I think that was pretty much my favourite one, because you had the neighbourhoods and stuff that you could actually move around. Because if you buy the Sims 3 collection, so with everything, on Steam, it's £170.81 currently. That's a bit more than I'd really want to pay, but that's everything, like all of the expansions that they sent out, and obviously the base game itself. The Sims 3 base game is $17.99 if you want to try that one. So there you go. But yeah, I'm happy. I am getting to have a bit of a throwback to the past. It's amazing because like I played The Sims Online sort of more recently with the I don't remember what it's called. It's so Online or something. The sort of remade one for The Sims Online, and just being able to speed up my skilling is just such a thing, because in The Sims Online, obviously it's online with other people, so you would literally just sit in a chair for like 2 hours, getting up to use the bathroom, wash and like eat, but just consistently skilling. And because there was a multiplier, so the more people on the property that skilled at the same time in the same thing, the more effective it was. So you sort of really had to get it in. And you would just sit there and, use it as a chat room, basically. You wouldn't really do much else. You'd just be like, got a skill. But like, to have exactly the same graphical assets and gameplay, and then just be able to go, boop, no, you're going at triple speed now, sunshine. that was kind of like, oh, that's nice. I like that a lot. Once again, I haven't expanded the jobs or obviously anything like that. In The Sims 1, it's you get in the car, it goes off to a certain time, you come back. Blah. Yeah, rabbit holes, as they're known. They did, like, obviously in like Sims 4 and stuff, they had sort of interactive jobs where you go along to it and do stuff at it. Never particularly great. I mean, I've done like the cop one, and it's okay, but it's a lot of effort when I kind of just prefer him to come back and to get on with life rather than having to deal with his work day. I deal with my own work day. Thank you very much. So it swings and roundabouts for what you actually want out of the game. But it's only $17.99, so it's not a particularly tough recommendation to make, because I mean I've seen a lot of people that were very down on it, and I know currently it's a bit mixed on Steam reviews, but I'm certainly having not too many problems with it outside of the black screen thing and the pathfinding thing. But the pathfinding thing's gone away, and the black screen thing, well, it may have just gone away when it patched, to be honest with you, so whatever. I think it's more so that people that maybe haven't played it and played the later ones, and then are coming to this thing going, well, Jesus, this is bare bones. You know what I mean? It's not just like the look of it that is like nostalgic. It's the gameplay as well. And if you go in expecting, to go to your fridge and be like, oh, I shall cook some coq au vin or whatever, then no, that ain't happening for you. But for me, who played the original, I'm made up being able to play it again without having to do a ridiculous amount of work, especially as I managed to lose the key from my living large disc. How annoying is that? But now I don't have to do that. I've got it all under one house, and for all those expansions, $17.99, considering the amount of money I paid back in the day to get them, it's certainly easily a buy for me. As I say though, be aware that you might have some technical issues with it. I haven't, other people have, so maybe Steam is your best bet to buy it. That nice refund policy and such. But that's it for this week. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Sue.